Hello guys, this is Akash and I welcome you all here in this video where we will be talking about some very important points when it comes to your preparations. Today in this video, we are going to talk about most important habits that make you IPM ready. So you must have been thinking around it, ki bhai, what is the requirement of the examination, how to go after the things. Then today in this session, I am going to give you certain idea about all these things, है ना, जिससे आप लोग ये confirm कर पाओ, ensure कर पाओ कि that you are getting successful in the examination. So let's start the discussion. So the very first thing that gets into play is your reading skill, है ना? So आपको ये बहुत अच्छे से ensure करना है that you are in the habit of reading things. You are reading the novels, you are reading the newspapers, specifically the editorial pages, because reading is really important. If you read a lot, if you are reading a lot of content, that will help you in different dimensions. Like comprehension will be on a safer side, है ना? You will be better in comprehending things. Then vocabulary will be boosted. You will be able to gauge how people try to write things, and that will eventually help you in the verbal ability section in the final examination. So you must ensure that you go through a lot of content and from the good sources to judge कि sources कौन से अच्छे हैं, ये भी बहुत importance रखता है उस particular scenario में. So the very first thing is reading there. The second thing, if I talk about planning the output oriented routine. Now, we always talk about how to like work upon the things on a daily basis. So, how to come up with a best timetable for me. So, listen, you are the better judge. You know your body cycle, you know everything. So, you're supposed to plan things accordingly. I'm not saying you will have to study for 10 hours, but 10 घंटे नहीं पढ़ो, 10 घंटे जितना पढ़ो means what? I will have to work upon the output. If there is a person who is studying for 10 hours, and if there is a person who can work with 2x efficiency as compared to that person, so this person will only have to study for 5 hours. But these 5 hours will be equivalent to the 10 hours studied by that person. So this is how you're supposed to plan things. Always come up with a routine where you are going after the task. All right. And that is when, if you're done with the routine, if you have achieved all that you decided for, now you can get your leisure time also. सो वो लीजर टाइम यू आर सपोज टू अर्न. आप अर्न करोगे तभी वो लीजर टाइम भी अच्छा होगा. तो व्हेन यू प्लान थिंग्स, आपका जो प्लान होना चाहिए वो आउटपुट ओरिएंटेड होना चाहिए, टास्क बेस्ड जॉब होना चाहिए, ना कि टाइम बेस्ड. देन डिसिप्लिन. If you have come up with that routine, you are supposed to live by that as well. All right. So it's not that I have got the best schedule in the world now, but I will not follow it. If you will not follow it, it will result in something which is a nullified impact or the effect of it. So वो चीज तो इवेंचुअली जाके फेल ही होनी है. तो हमें हमारे पास ये एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्टर ये भी है कि हमें डिसिप्लिन के साथ उन चीजों को फॉलो भी करना है. देन द अदर थिंग, time management. From the very beginning of the thing, your efficiency in managing the time, that plays a very important role here, because as you know, in these management entrance examinations, we have sectional cutoffs, we have sectional timings also. So getting the task done is one thing, and getting the task done in time is the second thing, which is more important than the first one actually. आप काम तो कर रहे हो, मगर तब कर रहे हो जब बहुत लेट हो गया, तब काम करने का मतलब नहीं है. तो एक तो ये, हाउ आर यू सपोज टू प्लान थिंग्स देयर. Even if you say there is a section where you're supposed to like put in 40 minutes, how you bifurcate, how you plan those 40 minutes there in that section. Ki, okay, first 15 minutes I will go after those questions which are one liners. So by putting in less time and less efforts, I will be able to gauge more and more marks. Then the rest of the time I will give in those questions which are demanding and time consuming. So this is how you're supposed to plan things prior to you going out there and taking the final examination. Because if you will go out there and you will try to do this spontaneously, that would be too late. So plan things accordingly. All right. Know your examination in a better manner. Understand the requirement of the examination. What does it require from you? What are they testing in you? So if you are trying to become a very good manager, you're supposed to manage things. You're supposed to be observant, you're supposed to be analytical, you're supposed to be a very good time manager. So आपको ये सारी की सारी चीजें वहां टेस्ट करनी है. And that is why these are those things which make you those habits which make you IPM ready. The last point here is self-assessment. Now, self-assessment becomes very important because if you are starting, if you're working really hard and you're not checking whether you are doing things in a correct way, when you're growing, whether you're growing in a correct direction or not, when you're going in a correct direction or not. So for that purpose, you're supposed to take test. And test does not mean some test which is like a full length test and overall test. So listen, if you are supposed to test yourself, you are supposed to test yourself in different dimensions, like take topic test, take sectional test, take full length test. So यदि आपने full length test लिया, full length test में you identified कि listen your English is not going that much good, so let's boost it. तो वहां से आप sectional test of English पे आते हो. फिर English में आपको लगता है कि नहीं parajimbals में बहुत अच्छा नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ, go to the topic test, do it. एंड हाउ आर यू गोइंग टू डिसाइड कि किधर पे मुझे ज्यादा ध्यान देना है, कहां पे मुझे कम ध्यान देना है? वो आइडेंटिफिकेशन का प्रोसेस ही self assessment. So this is how you're supposed to do and this is how you're supposed to go after the things. Getting my point? So ये बहुत clear cut आपके दिमाग में होना चाहिए और यही वो habits है which will make you, that will make you IPM ready. So I am quite sure कि ये सारी की सारी चीजें आपके अंदर already हैं और यदि नहीं है, so with the help of this video you will be working in the very correct direction to get the results in your favor. All right. So this was Akash for you. Thank you.